Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, I love LA. I've lived here since 1977, and I wouldn't want to live anyplace else, despite the fact that I have been all over the world and been to some absolutely wonderful places. This is the only place I want to live. But this state, California, is in trouble. We're 4 years into a drought and counting. But it's not a regular drought, it's a super drought. When I arrived in California in 1977, the state was in drought. And it was considered very severe. But on January 1st, 1978, the skies opened up and it began to rain. And it rained and rained and rained almost every day until springtime. It was disastrous for some people. There were major floods in some areas and flash floods in others. There were mudslides that buried villages. And the mud flowed down Laurel Canyon Avenue and blocked up Sunset Boulevard. Houses in Malibu slid down the hills. People looked in their backyards and found their neighbor's house there. But the drought was over. And over the years, we've had wet winters and dry winters. But there was always enough water. But now we are back in a drought. Only, like I said, it's a super drought, which has been made worse by climate change. Every year, at the end of the rainy season, the state sends people out to the mountains to measure the snowpack there. This year, it is 5% of normal. Not 5% below normal, 95% below normal. Which means that there will be 95% less water flowing down the mountain into streams and reservoirs. They went to places that have always had snow, that have always been covered with snow at this time of year, and they found none. In East Porterville, which is near Bakersfield, there are houses that have no running water because the wells that serve them have run dry. And up to now, there have been voluntary measures to conserve water. But now the governor is mandating a 20% reduction in water use statewide. And there is a lot that can be done to conserve water. Wash your car less frequently. Instead of having grass lawns, use artificial turf or landscape it with desert plants that don't require watering. But all of these water savings are not going to really be much help, because 80% of our water goes to agriculture. And Jerry Brown has yet to mandate any reductions in their use. If the state is going to survive this drought, that's where the big water savings are. Now, you don't want to put farmers out of business. You don't want to have farm workers laid off. But the fact is that agriculture is only 2% of California's economy. For them to get 80% of the water just doesn't make any sense. They need to be more efficient with the irrigation. Perhaps the Government could subsidize some of the cost of switching over to more efficient irrigation systems. They need to grow crops that use less water. If we could get farmers to use 20% less water, it would save twice as much as all the cities and towns combined. Ironically, one of the most ardent climate change deniers is from here in California. Darrell Issa is one of our representatives in Congress. But everybody knows that his opinion is for sale to the highest bidder. Thanks for